Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Friday, October 11th, 2019. One of the top stories today, Shepard Smith abruptly resigned from Fox News, who he's worked for decades. And CNN covers the story, why Shepard Smith finally walked out on Fox News. Notice on the day he resigns, one of the other top stories is Kevin McAleenan resigns as the acting Homeland Security Secretary, a position he took in April of this year, not all that long ago. And a theme we've talked about with the Trump administration since early in 2017 when the resignations began is we noticed everyone would resign on Friday. Just week after week there was another resignation. And it's possible that this has gone on in years past. I didn't notice this with the Obama administration. Again, I've only been doing this research since 2013, so definitely did Obama by the numbers. But with Trump, his administration, a real consistent theme is people resigning on Friday. And countless posts on this blog documenting that, countless videos that YouTube's now deleted. So here's what I want you to see about the Shepard Smith story and the Homeland Security Secretary. The thing about Friday. So the Homeland Security Secretary, his birthday is September 5th, and he resigned October 11th, today or Friday, 36 days later, right? This is the number. It's what we've been talking about over and over. Resign in our two reduction-based ciphers with the alphabetic order and the reverse alphabetic order sums to 36. In this case, so does Homeland, Homeland Security Secretary. Doesn't that sound important? And for you younger people, realize we started calling it the Homeland after 9/11. We had a new Department of Government. Homeland Security. Anyhow, resign Homeland Friday. They all sum to 36 in the two reduction-based ciphers. Not a lot of words that are the same forwards and backwards. So this theme of 36 and resignation, it's been going on nonstop since 2017. If you use the alphabetic order and write out Homeland Security Secretary, it sums to 306, which isn't too far off, right? 306. And in the case of Fox, it also sums to 36. Shepard Smith resigned from Fox. And remember what it is about the word Fox. So once upon a time, I used to point out that in the reduction cipher, when I first began, I said the alphabetic order, and the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology, known as Pythagorean Gematria, which is this cipher. F is the sixth letter, so F is 6, right? O is the 15th letter, so if you put up the alphabetic order, you see O's 15, but the numerology of 15 is 1 plus 5 is 6. And X is the 24th letter, so 2 plus 4 is 6. So FOX breaks down to 666. And then when I realized, I was like, oh, so that's kind of what's up with XXX. It's 6 plus 6 plus 6 in that cipher. And of course, 666 is the number of the beast, right? So here's the relationship with 666 and 36. 666 is the 36th triangular number, meaning if you add 1 through 36 together, it equals 666. Now, there's a cipher that we learned in recent years that pays tribute to Hebrew Gematria. It's called the English Extended Cipher on Derek's calculator. But notice, Fox in that cipher actually equals 666. It's because F becomes 6, O becomes 60, X becomes 600. The alphabet's 1 through 9, 10 through 90, and then counting by hundreds. So, anyhow, Fox 666. Or here's the cipher right here. So A through I is 1 through 9. J through S is 100. And then it begins counting by 200. So anyhow, 666, 36, the number of the beast. Revelation 13:18 is a Greek isopsephy riddle. Isopsephy is the Greek word for Gematria, which is what it's called in Hebrew. And in English, I think it's fair to call it Gematria too, because remember, English and Gematria have the exact same numerical values. I'm not sure about in English extended, but in these two ciphers they do. English 7438. Gematria 7438. 353 is interesting. That's a big number with the Catholic Church, and we know the Catholic Church does everything by the numbers. That's why, some of these other ciphers deserve more attention. English extended, Jewish, and don't want to scare people away, but satanic. What that cipher is it begins with 36. So A is 36, right? And look at this. When you write out satanic gematria, it equals 666. Again, the 36th triangular number. And the alphabet just starts at A is 36, B is 37, C is 38, so on, up to Z is 61. So anyway, just want people to understand the relationship with 36 and 666. And remember, Washington, D.C. has the 666-foot tall Washington Monument, 555 feet above ground, 111 below. And another part of me is wondering if there's some baseball riddle in here, because again, from sports to the White House, it's all connected. Riddle. If you doubt that, you weren't here the year after week 3 of the NFL season. I said the Patriots and Eagles would meet in the Super Bowl, and it had everything to do with Donald Trump taking on the protesters of the flag on September 23rd, 23/9, like 239, like the flag sewn in 239 Arch Street in Philadelphia. 239, the 52nd prime, Super Bowl 52, won by the Eagles. The land of the home of the flag, Philadelphia. Minnesota equals 52. The Super Bowl was in Minnesota that year. And number 86, Zachary scored the winning touchdown 86 days after his birthday when the national anthem was adopted 86 years before that season. Trump took on the NFL on 23/9. And we just said right then, the team with the flag on the helmet, we already knew they were going to the Super Bowl. We were looking for that NFC team. We said, it's got to be Philly. It's got to be Philly. And then everyone said, Zach, you're wrong when Nick Foles came in because Carson Wentz got hurt. And I said, no, you guys aren't using gematria. N is the 14th letter. F is the 6th. 14/6. That's the flag's birthday. June 14th. It's also Trump's birthday. But anyway, World Series and this secretary, Homeland Security Secretary, his name's a lot like World Series. It's the 115th World Series this year. Since the beginning of the season, we've been talking about on Patreon how St. Louis, the only city using the alphabetic order that's 115, they're knocking at the doorstep. Gematria reveals a lot. So again, got the different ciphers than we typically use up there, but what else is really interesting about the start of the 115th World Series is that it's 74 days after the manager's birthday. Isn't that funny? It's like that year after year. What else can I say about Shepard Smith? Shepard Smith, he resigned on his 271st day of his age from Fox. 271, the 58th prime. Remember Donald Trump, the winner of the rigged 58th U.S. presidential selection, why he announced he was running from the 58-story Trump Tower, why he hired the 58-year-old Steve Ray for Inauguration Day, who worked for the Washington Nationals. I guess that's a thought, too. The Nationals are knocking at the doorstep of the World Series. Trump took office with the 115th Congress. And he did hire this Washington Nationals announcer. And then okay. Anyway, it's a riddle to think about. Remember, Trump had the thank you tour. First president to ever do a thank you tour. Thank you 115, took office with the 115th Congress. You know what I mean? It's all a joke. Anyway, today's 119 days after Trump's birthday. Donald equals 119. Francis equals 119. Underwood equals 119. House of Cards. I just saw a headline the other day. Trump, Giuliani, House of Cards. Where did I see this? Forgot to talk about this. This is, do you see? Okay. I didn't even mean to pull up this story, but this is what I love about Gematria. Do you see that it says this story's from May 18th? Robin Wright on House of Cards. Trump stole all our ideas. Do you see this is May 18th? I talked about this earlier today in the Ukraine ambassador who gave her testimony. She began her position on May 18th in history, which is the 138th day of the year. And again, Donald Trump is 138. Paul Manafort's 138. Federal's 138. Anyway, Paul Manafort got in trouble in Ukraine before Trump did. Okay. But that didn't pull up what I wanted. I just saw this headline the other day. Trump versus Underwood. Again, 119. Hilarious. And just for anyone who goes and tests, Underwood, 119. Francis, 119. Vatican, 119. Whoops. You got to use Jewish Gematria to get the Donald one. Donald. 119. And for anyone who thinks that's a coincidence, don't ever forget, let's just do it. Donald Trump, Serta. I'll just show it to you. You can look up this commercial, Donald Trump talking to sheep, 11 and 9. This commercial's from 2009. Notice those sheep are on pillars. What's that make you think of? This last sheep says, "Where's your dignity?" Trump's wearing the same suit and tie he wore for election night, talking about being born for the job, talking to sheep number 9. He says, "Looking good, number 9, looking good." If you add 1 through 9 together, it equals 45, like how he became 45, and like how the commercial came out in 09. Donald Trump's got that Tom Brady thing. Like, they're not aging these dudes anymore. They're just staying looking the same forever. But I know I just saw, it just reminds me of all the stuff we covered over the years, the Kevin Spacey riddles right alongside Trump and House of Cards. Well, did I type it? Oh. Well, that headline's not coming up right now. I'll find it and I'll do a video on it. I know I just saw it the other day. I just forget what news network it was on. They said Trump and Giuliani, House of Cards coming in on them or something like that. I got to find that headline. All right, well, we'll leave it there. I think I made the point. Oh, let me make one more point. You see 271 and 58? Just for anybody who's still watching that gaffed at that. So you gaff at this one. Notice the name Bush is 58. And notice the name George W. Bush is also 58. This is a special number, by the way. Freemasonry is 58. George Washington, the Freemason headquarters in D.C. Freemasonry, born out of the Rosicrucian Order. Whoops, got to spell it right, though. Rosicrucian, 58. Secret Society is 58. Special number. For all you young Freemasons trying to get your third 3 degrees with your tracing boards. Notice tracing boards 58. It's about Solomon's Temple, right? 58. Trust me, the list goes on. King James, the Freemason, the Rosicrucian, dead at age 58. But here's what I want to show you about George W. Bush. How many electoral votes did George W. Bush get? That's my favorite right there. Ah! Do you see it? Do you see how many he got? He got 271. And I love the 47.9% too. Everything in DC is 47. Just go type it in and test it. Republican, Democrat, White House, President, Authority, Government, Republican, Democrat, DC. It's all 47. Every last one of those things. Even the name Trump. And don't forget, The Simpsons have the cartoon of Ivanka Trump running at age 47. Don't forget it. Because on the day of the inauguration of the 58th president, the camera just wouldn't come off Ivanka. It would not. It was like it was her inauguration. So anyway, but that 47, it's almost 48%, right? But it's 47 point something. And again, 271, the 58th prime. Remember, the election came down to Florida. Florida equals 43. It was for the 43rd president. His brother Jeb was the 43rd governor of Florida. If you don't believe it, look it up. His father was the 43rd vice president before becoming the 41st president. And both he and his father went to Yale, Skull and Bones, a Masonic fraternity. If I can type, you'll see Masonics 43. And think about the letters D. 4, C, 3, you know. His father was number 41, skull and bones, just like the son. And if you want to know more, you should definitely read my book, because it's about all that times 10,000. And it's also a banned book. See, this link used to take you right to the Etsy item. Darn, this item is no longer available. You know why that is? Because it got banned on the 74th day of the year, Ides of March. It's a book about Gematria. Just look at the alphabetic order. 74. English. 74. You see? It's about how it's a Masonic language. 74. It's an occult language, meaning it's hidden. You know? It comes from Jewish mysticism. 74. You know, this nation's birthday, holiday, 74. Independence Day, 74. And Brooklyn, New York, where a whole lot of Gematria is going down. That's where my book was banned, in Brooklyn, New York, because it was banned in Etsy, where they make all their decisions. Or Etsy's headquartered in Brooklyn, New York, is what I meant to say. It's late, and I've been talking and working all day. But Etsy, Brooklyn, New York, you know. A lot of jewelers in that neighborhood, you know what I mean? So, the Goyim aren't to know, you know? But we know. Now, what are we going to do about it? You know? That's the next question. What are we going to do about it? We're going to keep voting for Trump? Going to keep believing in the political system, the news, Big Brother? Going to keep bowing down, paying taxes, you know, fearing the authority. See, that's the thing. A lot of you who are awake, you guys are also afraid, though. That's the next thing you got to conquer. You got to get over the fear and help fight back and stop being so afraid. You know. We'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. Till next time.